course, at the engine compartment, and there is the generator as it broke off. Okay, what I want to note is where all the bolts are. Okay. There's that. Okay, there's the broken part. Under the compressor, you can see under the belt there, it's sort of hidden by the belt, is a bolt. Okay, another bolt. Let's see, actually I'm having a hard time seeing. There's a bolt. Under there. For some reason I'm not picking it up. Okay. Oh, there. Right there. See the bolt? Okay. And there's one at the bottom. Right under the belts there. Okay, and then of course you can see that part is broken off. I think you can see it. Let's focus on auto here. Auto, yeah. Okay. Now let's see. I'm going to focus on the generator so we can see where the connections are. Okay. And we pick those out. I'm going to move the generator so that we can see better. Okay. See the connections now. There's of course the one that goes into the back. Okay, and then let's see. Can you see this? Yes. And these are the connections. So now, of course, the one on the right there has two leads coming into it. The one on the left has two leads also. Okay, let's see it. I'm going to try manual focus. Okay, just in case the picture doesn't tell the whole story. Okay, on the right there is of course a square connector. On the right of that square connector is a lead that goes over to the left connection. Okay, so on the left connection we have a heavy black line coming in, plus we have that orange lead coming from the square connector. Okay, that is the sum total of connections to the alternator. Probably a good idea to look at the runs of fan belts here. Attempt to record that. Okay, it looks like the alternator run is a very simple one. It comes off the fan, goes to the alternator, and that's it. Okay, please note that on the vacuum pump there are two bolts. Okay, two bolts, and it is these two bolts that the slotted angle is hooked to that you can adjust the belt tension of the alternator with. Okay, so one bolt is on the vacuum pump there, and the other bolt is on the mount for the alternator. Okay, now additionally I would like to point out that the wire, the orange wire coming from the square connector that plugs into the alternator, I pulled that out. Okay, so check that before you reinstall these wires, because I may not have done a proper job. Okay, I am going to remove those two bolts right now. Okay, we are looking at, I believe it's the vacuum pump, and earlier I mentioned two bolts. Okay, actually one is a nut, the upper one there, and the other one that is actually hooked through the compressor or the vacuum pump is a long bolt. Okay, I'm going to measure that bolt. In fact, I will pull it out right now. Okay, now the bolt I have sitting there, it's 10 and a half centimeters long. Okay, so that 10.5 centimeter bolt is the one that goes through the compressor or vacuum pump. I'm not sure which it is. Okay, in the center of the mount, in a recessed area, is position for a bolt. The bolt is shown there. It's 6 centimeters long. Okay, it goes in the center, in that recessed location. Okay. In the grooved section on the front of the mount, there is a long bolt that comes from the back of the air conditioner, and a nut is hooked in that slotted area. Okay. The bottom position there that is the metal is showing through, that too is strictly a bolt. Okay, a bolt comes through there. Okay, so the bolt that I'm showing there is the one that is in the center of the mount, recessed.